All right, how's it going, guys? Today is the 5th, Sunday, July 5th. We're going to do a quick breakdown of our pairs that we're looking at this week and kind of going over just like the basics once again, just to show you exactly what we're looking for, why we're looking for it, and what we're expecting to see out of this week. If you want to do a quick break on news this week, it is going to be Monday. PMI Tuesday, we have NZD news. Wednesday, FOMC meeting, so that one's going to be just okay. And then Friday, CAD news. So nothing too crazy this week, but some stuff that we have to be aware of when taking trades throughout the week. Okay, starting off with Euro GBP here. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. Once again, to find your higher high and your higher low, or your lower high and your lower low is find the previous high in the market, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So this is your lower high and your lower low. This is your external high, this is your external low, internal high, internal low. Okay. So looking at this, we are bearish on the weekly and daily. Going on the 4 hour here, as you can see that we did have a bullish push to the upside. Okay, so this is your higher high, and this is your higher low. So what we're looking for is to have the next breakout to give us our inverted head and shoulders, our one leg pullback, two leg pullback on the 4 hour. Looking to get above our decisional zone here to then have the next bullish push to fill the imbalance that's left behind here. As you can see, we have some structure. Price has been consolidating for the last couple days. And now we're looking to see like the breakout to the downside. I have an alarm set at previous high. Like I said, gonna look for the imbalance that is created, wait for that pullback, look to take. As you can notice here, why I'm not going all the way up. Go back to the daily here. We're gonna look left. You can see that there is daily structure. There's a good strong area of interest. One, two, three, four, five touches in this area. So we also have a nice wick rejection here on the daily. So I'm looking to take profit before we get to that zone. Looking for a 1 to 2.3 on this trade. Okay, super simple, super easy. Just a quick scalp. In a way, this is going to be more of an intraday trade, waiting for the setup and going into tonight. Next one is USD CAD here, going on the weekly. You can see weekly is bullish. Daily is bullish. 4 hour is bullish. Okay, you're like, oh, why are we looking for sells when everything is bullish? Well, I'm looking at the weekly here, and you can see that we need some pullback. We've had a few weeks straight up down, and we had a nice doji candle last week, so I'm expecting a reversal. I'm not interested in this trade until the daily goes bearish. So that means the 4 hour and the daily will be bearish before we're even interested in the sells. So that's main focus. I have my alarm set below the previous low. Once again, this is your higher high, this is your higher low. My alarm is set below this previous low. So what we need to see is price break below, create a new low in the market, new lower low in the market, come back, retest the previous structure at this area of interest, one, two, three, right? When that pullback, we'll have another confirm hit, and then we'll wait for our lower time frame to have the fill to the downside. Now, I'm looking to target this imbalance here on the daily, which is also a nice area of interest. If you look left, if you go from your previous high and your previous low, find an area of interest. You can see if one, two, three, four, five touches in the zone. So I'm not looking to go farther than this imbalance that was left behind. All right. USD CHF is another one here. We'll start on the weekly. And you can see weekly is bullish. Another thing that you can notice is we have our left head, right shoulder. We had a bullish push out above. Now we're above a weekly area of interest. Okay. Weekly is bullish. Daily is bullish. You can see that we're having a nice solid pullback back into this daily area of interest as well. Right. You go down to the 4 hour here. Hold on. Let's go back to the daily. You can see that we did have a daily rejection, right? Daily doji. Buyers are trying to push this to the upside to then create the next high. We're actually targeting the previous high to then create the next high. So this is, I would assume this is your higher high, this is your higher low, and this is going to be your lower high. So this is creating the lower high in the market, and we're trying to play the next higher high in the market. All right, so let's go down to 4 hour here. We have our alarm set above the 4 hour high, previous low or lower high here. Once again, this is your lower low, a lower high, and this is your lower low. So we're waiting for price to break above, and then come back, look in the target here on the lower time frames, and replay the next higher high. All right. Next one is GBP CHF. We're going on a weekly time frame here. You see weekly's hot bullish. Actually, I take that back. I apologize. Weekly is bearish here. Looking left, this is your previous lower high. This is your lower low. Price is still stuck in between this. We have a nice bullish push. So this is your weekly, at your weekly area of interest actually here. Okay. Going down to your daily. Daily is bullish. Higher high, higher low. All right. We're looking to fill this daily wick. Go down your 4 hour. 4 hour is bullish as well. Higher high. Let's zoom in here. Actually, let's go. If we're going to use this doji candle here, you're technically bearish. So this might be one of those higher risk trades, but we're also playing off of a left head, right shoulder, daily or 4 hour inverted head and shoulders. We have the breakout, we have the pullback, and looking to play the next high. This is one of their higher risk trades. This is more of a scalp trade. This is under our scalp category, and we're literally just looking to play this 1 hour breakout, create a new high, fill this imbalance left behind, go to break even fairly soon, go to your 15. We have stuck in a consolidation and just waiting for the uppers. This is a high risk play, and more than likely we will not be taking this more of a practice study. Another scalp trade here is AUD USD. Start on the weekly here. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bullish. Daily is bullish here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We're looking to play the imbalance back to the upside. We can see this a nice, beautiful head and shoulders, sell off, retest, sell. Okay, we're playing the same thing, pulling back to this neckline of the area of interest. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Nice touches right here. We're playing just below for a quick scalp. 1 to 2. 4 hour here, you can see that we have an inverted head and shoulders, left head, breakout, right shoulder, breakout. We're waiting for the pullback into this imbalance. So then target this neckline right here. Something quick, something scalpy, very in and out. This will probably play out tonight during London session. Um, Next one here, NZD USD. This is on our watching list. All right, weekly is bearish. And a lot of counter trend this week, as you can see. Daily is bearish as well. Right? We're looking to play back the retest of this neckline. 4 hour is bullish, and we're coming back to retest and fill this imbalance. I'm really not super interested, but kind of what I want to see is I want to see price push, boom, pull back, fill this imbalance, break above, retest, give us enough structure, give us the inverted to then play to this level to have the rejected back to the downside. This is more of a watching pair. Like I said, it's not one of my top pairs, just because this one is a little bit more risky. All right, AUD, JPY. Next one here. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. 4 hour is bearish. So as you can see, this one has all bearish trends. We're looking to continue the trend. Right now, you can see that we have a left head break, right? Inducement BOS, right shoulder is getting created. We could look to sell off this level here shortly. This could be an actually good sell position here, a little bit higher risk. If you go down to the 1 hour, we could potentially see the rejection off this level here. Stops above previous high, right? Always above previous high, looking to target the same levels. Okay. This is a 1 to 2, and this is a 1 to 2.5. Going back to the 4 hour here, you can see where that would be the right shoulder play, which is also very high risk. We like to wait for price to break below, create the next low, come back, retest that neckline to then play to the downside. Stops above the previous high, which would be the right shoulder. If you were to enter this trade early, you'd be playing the right shoulder before it became the right shoulder. I am actually not going to take this trade, but I am going to set alarms on it because I am curious and I want to see how fast, if this reacts tonight. I'm going to draw this level here, area of interest, turn this gray, set my alarms, and wait for the potential break below to the downside. This could be something fun that you list low percent risk on this and take it to the downside. All right, next one is AUD CAD. Go to your weekly here. All right, weekly is bearish, lower high, lower low. Daily is bullish, as you can see. Oh, bearish, my apologies. Lower high, lower low, right? But when I was looking at it, I'm not counting these dojis. I'm counting this bullish push here. 4 hour is bullish. I'm looking for the pullback into this imbalance to look to take and sweep all of this liquidity to the upside. Counter trend on this inverted head and shoulders of this neckline retest on this decisional to jump and take out the liquidity. Okay. I'm as of looking at this right now. I actually like this one better than NU. So I'm gonna bring NU to the bottom of my list. Just like that. Next one is GBP AUD. Go to my weekly. You can see weekly is already playing out very well. We have our left head waiting for that break and then retest the downside. I want to see price pull back to grab some of this liquidity before it takes out these highs. There's some imbalance left behind. This is just a patience trade. This one, you're more than waiting than anything because you have your inverted head and shoulders, left head, right shoulder, breakout, pullback, breakout, waiting for the pullback of this imbalance that was left right here, market right there, waiting for price to come back, pull back, retest to then take out these highs. Okay. Next one, this is on my B team. We're kind of just watching. I actually like just looking. I want to bring down to my B team, this down to my B team. NZD JPY here, you can see this is daily, is beautiful. So we're actually going to bring this up to our weekly, our watching, and start from the top. Weekly is bearish. You see your left head break, right shoulder. Daily is bearish, right? We have your left head, right shoulder. We're having a nice pullback. We're looking to sell. I want to see price pull back one more time to grab this entry, literally playing the same play. Boom, grab it to then play to take out all these lows. Daily is bearish. 4 hour is currently bearish as of now as well. Hold on. All right. Second here. 4 hour is currently bearish as well. And we're looking to have, like I said, the pullback into this 4 hour head and shoulders also to then sell to the downside. All right, I did move that up into my watching. Next one here, what do we see? Euro. Yeah, okay. Euro AUD. Start with the weekly. All right, on the weekly here, you can see that we are actually bullish, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We zoom in here, you can see we did create a new low in the market, lower high, lower low, price broke above, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, this is in our B team category, so we're not really focused on this one. This one we've been watching for the last 2 weeks. We want to see price pull back and fill this daily to then take out these highs. So I'm hoping to see this week. Like I said, it's something that we've been watching for the last 2 weeks. We haven't gotten the entry that we wanted yet, but it's looking very positive that we could see something good out of this week. I'm actually going to move this to my top pair. Let's go down to the 4 hour here just so you can see, be aware of it. You can see that we're having a left head, right shoulder possibility to then have us to have that sell position. I'm looking to have price break, retest, grab this, come back, fill all this imbalance in here, right? And if it goes lower, it goes lower. We just still wait. And then once again, have the rejection out of it, filled all the imbalance that is left behind to the upside. So this one does have a lot of work still, just because we have been waiting for so long and a lot of structures happen. So a couple daily candles that we need to see. More than likely going to be at the end of the week or next week that we'll see this play out. Next one is NCD CHF. Starting on the weekly here. Your weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. This is more of a scalp, higher risk trade. We're waiting for price to break below this daily area of interest and then fill these lows. Okay. Once again, you need to see price break below, have the retest to the sell. This is a trend continuation trade. Going back to the daily here, you can see we do have some structure. We do have a consolidation where price is breaking out of the consolidation. And this is the second break. So when price could, you have to be aware that if price does break here, there's a chance that when it comes back, it just comes back and gets sucked right back into this consolidation again. So this is a higher risk trade, not something that I'm really too fond of. It's just kind of one of those that I'm watching and gonna see what happens. That's why it is on the B team. All right. GBP AUD and NZD USD, we did go over these as well. I'm going to bring this to the B team lower. Next one is Euro JPY. Waiting for the sells on Euro JPY starting on the weekly. You see weekly is currently bullish. We're not going to count that doji there. So higher high, higher low. Price has failed to create that low. Daily is bullish as well. Let's see what we have there. Let's see. 4 hour is bearish. All right, we have a 4 hour head and shoulders. I actually really don't like this trade. No two lot. So we're actually going to delete these alarms and put this in our junk pile. All right, and then GU and EU. I'm not really focused on GU. GU had our move last week. Beautiful bullish push here out of this inverted head and shoulders to the upside, swept, and actually just crushed it. The buys absolutely just went flying. So Euro has leftover imbalance, right? GU still has to pull back to fill this gap that's left behind down here. See, imbalance is left, which then give EU the chance to fill back and pull all this liquidity imbalance too to have the continuation. But I think we're going to target the liquidity that is left up here. But I'm really not going to be trading these. These are just more of a watching and learning. Next one is NZD CAD. This one I'm looking for the sells way down here. We need to see some sort of action. Start on the weekly here though. I like this a lot. Okay. This one actually kind of confused me just a little bit, and I wasn't sure kind of what to do. So I will break it down pretty detailed here. Weekly of your left head, right shoulder, we have a nice trend line. We broke the trend line, we came back, we rejected the trend line, right? Weekly is bearish, daily is bearish, right? Everything looks good. We're having a pullback. We have a left head, right shoulder. Everything is looking good. We're rejecting perfectly off this trend line. Okay. 4 hour is bullish. What I'm worried about now is this level right here. Okay, look at 1, 2, come back, 3, 4, right? That's a 4 hour decisional. That is a very strong area of interest where price is more than likely going to have some sort of rejection. And this is why I have not taken the sells off this right off the trend line there. Just to, just because of that sole fact that we broke the trend line, came back, retested it perfectly, and we're looking to have a trend continuation. Very simple trade. It's the easiest strategy there is. And I was something that I was very interested and keen in taking. I just couldn't bring myself to it because I'm aware of the areas of interest that are coming up. We have a lot of Strones here. So mess that up here. Let's readjust this here. I want to see price literally break, fill, break, retest, okay, and then sell. And then I'll be looking to sell to take out these lows. This has it needs a lot of work. You can see I have my alarm set all the way down here below this consolidation. Just because I want to see price get below all this area of interest here. Like I said, daily area of interest, multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 touches here in this daily, and we're looking to sweep all of this liquidity here. So that's why I'm waiting on this trade. Once again, let's go through all of our pairs here one more time and reorganize from our favorites there. Just looking at the 1 hour USD CAD. It's a lot of work, so we can bring this down here. USD CHF, okay. Euro. That needs a lot of work. We'll bring it down here. AUD USD scalp, GBP scalp. Okay, we'll keep those. I actually want, yeah, we'll keep those AUD JPY. I'm gonna bring this one up here. Bring AD CAD up here, NZD JPY. This one needs a lot of work still, I believe, too. Yeah, let's get this brought over here. Boom, keep that down there. AUD CHF, keep that down there. Euro AUD, keep that down there. All right, so here are my top pairs. Let's take a quick peek at gold too. It's quick over here. It's weekly. Hmm. Daily bullish push. We could have the next bullish cycle here. Let's clean up some of our old mess that we've had. All right. See if we can capitalize on this. I'm actually gonna take this, move here to that level there. We're gonna go to that. Get rid of this. And we'll keep that. Get rid of this. And get rid of this. Another 4 hours. Get rid of this alarm too. It's got our 4 hour. Ooh, good structure there. Ooh, as soon as that broke, we should have been targeting those. Yeah. All right. So what I'm doing here is kind of just marking out previous areas. Like I said, if you look left, when price was last time at this level here, right? Last time it was here, we sold. Yeah, last time it broke below, we sold, right? And we had a rejection. Last time it was at this level. Look at one, two, right? One, two. You can see the dotted lines. This is the low. We are below the level. Rejection to the upside. All right, once again, we did sell a little bit, but then once we got back above, boom, we had a nice bullish push. Okay, what are we gonna do next? Last time we were at this level below, we sold. When we were at this level before, we sold. Now we came back. Are we going to break above it? So that's what I'm waiting to watch. Are we going to break above? If we break above and create a new high, I'm going to wait for the pullback to then have the bullish push to this high, right? That's the next level. That's literally what I'm waiting for. So once again, I'm going to take this. I'm going to mark out these highs. These are my targets. We break above. I'm looking to buy, right? Now, what does that look like? Where would my stop losses be? Well, it all depends on how we break out, what we're looking at, and how it works. So there's your daily right there. Wait for price to break above. Probably take this like that. Come back here. Look for a one to, that's a 1 to 1.5, which is not the best. We'll wait when there's a 1 to 2. Look to target maybe a little bit higher, but mainly it'd be a nice 1 to 2 push, $200 move here, something quick, something easy. So I'm going to set my alarm for, once again, price needs to get up there and close on the daily. Okay. This is your previous high. If it breaks this high, we are bullish. So price needs to jump up here, close bullish. Then needs to have the pullback to then close, into our decisional, and then we decide on lower time frames if we're looking to take out the buys. Okay. Once again, buys on gold, buys on Euro GBP, USD CHF, longs, AUD JPY, shorts. Once again, we did say this is just a right shoulder high risk. This is our actual sell position that we're looking for. AUD CAD here, looking for the longs. AUD USD looking for the scalp in here tonight. GBP CHF looking for the scalp to the upside. NZD JPY waiting for the pullback to retest and then sell. USD CAD waiting for the sell below our area of interest here, get below our structure to then fill and balance. Euro AUD waiting for the pullback, waiting for a ton of structure to then buy. And GBP AUD waiting for the pullback to then buy. NZD USD alarms actually just went off. So we're going to take a peek at this one here in a little bit. It's 8:30 right now, 8:23. So we're kind of waiting to see what happens, but we need to see a little bit more structure before we look to take the longs. And then NZD CHF here. We need price to break below to then sell. I'm actually going to take UNNU and bring it up closer. GU, we're kind of just watching. EU, we're waiting for this pullback to then look for longs, but more than kind of just watching. And NZD CAD here, waiting for the break and then retest to then sell. That is what I have for you this week. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you during the week. Good luck and Godspeed. Peace.